Now let's do what's Germany. So from this block where we this oh my god, what am I saying here? Okay, so from this block that we placed in the Luxembourg one earlier, we're gonna go from here down right by 3, down by 2, and left and right by 2. Up right by 1, right by 1, down right by 1, right by 3, up right by 1, right by 1, down by 1, down right by 1, right by 2, down right by 1, right by 4, down by 1, down left by 4, down by 1, down left by 1, down by 1, down left by 1, down by 1, down left by 1, and down by 5. That is 5. Down left by 1, left, down by 3, down right by 1, right by 1, up right by 1, right by 1, down right by 1, right by 2, up right by 1, right by 2, down right by 1, right by 1, up right by 1, up by 1, up right by 1, right by 1, down right by 1, down left by 1, and left by 1. And fill this in with red because this is part of Switzerland. So from this block here, go down right by 1, up right by 1, and left by 4. So from this second block or the first block, just place a 1 and a 2, a 1. So let me just explain this. Let me just explain this in a simple way. Up right by 1, left right by 1, down by 1, right by 1, up by 1, right by 2. Okay. Down right by 1, 2, right by 2, down right by 1, right by 1, down right by 1, right by 1, down by 2, up right by 1, down right by 2, right by 1, up by 1, up right by 1, up by 3, right by 1, down right by 1, right by 3, down right by 2, right by 3, down up right by 1, right by 1. So take out your replacement block, and from this block go up by 1 with your replacement block, and just place just one black concrete on the top of the replacement block. Remove that replacement block, and from this block here go up right by 1, right by 2, up right by 1, right by 4, up right by 1, up by 1, right by 1. Okay, so from this block here, go with replacement block, up right by 1 and up by 1. And then with your black concrete, go up right by 2 and down by 1. Okay, so from this block here, go down right by 1 and right by 6. and down by 2, down right by 1, right by 2, up by 3, and up left by 2, up by 2, up left by 1, left by 1, up by 2, up right by 1, right by 1, up right by 1, up right by 2, up right by 3, up by 2, and right by 1. Down right by 1, right by 2, up by 4, and right by 1. So this I built because of East Germany. So from this block here, go up left by 3, left by 1, up left by 3, left by 1, up left by 2, left by 1, up left by 4, up by 1, up left by 1, up left by 1, up by 1, up right by 1, up by 1, up left by 1, left by 1, up left by 2, up by 1, up left, wait. Oh, see why? This is part of Czechoslovakia. So this is actually part of East Germany. This is East Germany, and this is part of West Germany. So up by 2 and left and right by 1. Okay, so from this left one, go up left by 1, down left by 1, left by 3, up left by 1, up by 1, left by 1, down left by 1, down by 1, down left by 1, left by 1, up left by 1, left by 1, up left by 1, left by 2, down by 2, down by 1, down right by 1, down by 1, left by 2, up left by 5, yeah, it's 5, left by 2, up left by 1, up by 2, up right by 1, up left by 1, up by 1, and left by 3, up by 2, and up left by 3, up by 1, right by 1, up right by 1, right by 1, up right by 1, right by 1, up right by 1, down right by 1, right by 1, up by 3, up left by 1, up right by 1, up by 3, left by right by 5, then up by 4. Oh, sorry. Okay. So up left by 1, up by 3, up left by 2, up by 1, up right by 1, right by 1, up by 1, right by 1, down left by 1, down right by 1, right by 3, up right by 2, up left by 1, left by 1, up left by 1, left by 1, up left by 3, left by 1, down left by 1, up left by 1, left by 1, up by 1, up right by 1, right by 1, up right by 1, right by 1, up by 2, right, left by 1, up left by 1, up by 1, up right by 2, up by 1, up left by 1, up left by 2, up by 4, up right by 1, up down left by 2, and left by 2. Fill this in with black concrete, or just use black terracotta, I don't care. So from this block, go left by 2, down left by 1, left by 1, up left by 1, left by 1, up left by 1, up left by 2, up left by 1, left by 1, up left by 1, up by 3, left by 3, up left by 2, down left by 3, 4, 1. Sorry about there. My mom said that was I planning to go on by 6:45 and then ends at 7. Anyways, left by 4. Who's there, bro? Up left by 1, left by 5, down by 1, down left by 1, down by 1, left by 1, up by 1, up left by 1, down left by 1, up by 3. Sorry about that. Did I say upright? I think I did. Okay, so down by 2 and right by 1. Okay, so from this block, go up right by 1, up by 1. Okay, so grab your replacement block, and from this block, go with your replacement block and go up by 1, and then with your black concrete, go up left by 1, up by 1, and left by 1. Remove the replacement block because we really don't need it. So okay, so from this block here, with your replacement block, just put a replacement block, and with your black concrete, go down by 1 with black concrete. Okay, so with your replacement block again, from this block here, go right by 1 with your black replacement block, and with your black concrete, go down right by 2. From this block here, with your replacement block, go down left by 1, and with your black concrete, go left by 1. Okay, so from this block here, go down right by 1, down by 1, down right by 2. Down right by 2. Is it? Yeah, that's down right by 2. Okay, so from this first down right, just go down left by 1. Okay, so from this block here, just go down by 1, down left by 1, left by 1, down left by 2, left by down right by 2. Okay, so from this block, from this left block here, with your replacement block, go down by 2, and then with your black concrete, go down by 1. From this block here, go down left with your replacement block, and then down left again with your black concrete. Okay. We're almost there. Okay, so from this block here, go. Oh my god, that's a lot of minutes. Okay, so down right by one, down by one, down right by one, down left by one, down by one, left by right by one, down right by one, down left by one, left by two, up left by one, left by one, down left by one, down by two, down left by one, left by one, down left by one, down right by one, down left by one, down left by one, up left by one, up right by one, up by one, and left by one. Wait. So do not fill anything in this. Okay, so from this block here, go up right by one and left by 9. Don't ask me how I knew that it was 9. Okay, so from this 9th block, go down right, down left by 1, down by 1, and down left by 1. If you connect it with it, that's okay. But if you didn't, you need to improvise. Okay. So from this block, from the Netherlands, go from this block, go left by 1, up right by 1. No, this is right by 1, up right by 1, and up left by 1. So this is water, and this is also water. Can I buy other things? Oh, I forgot to do this. So from this block, from this specific block at the south. Okay, so from this block, just go with your replacement block by up left by 1, and up by 3. Up by 2 with your black concrete, and up right by 1 with your black concrete 2. Why did I say that? Okay, so from this block here, go left by 1 with your replacement block, and up left by 1 with your black concrete, and up by 1. Okay, so from this block here, go up right by 1 with your replacement block, and right by 2, and then up right with your black concrete. Oh. Okay, so from this block, we're gonna go to Luxembourg, to this specific block, the second down right block. So we're gonna go right with black concrete, red concrete. This is slower. This is slow. Okay, finally. Okay, so from the bottom of this red concrete line, just place yellow concrete. this is really slow. Okay, fine. Okay, so fill this bottom layer in with yellow. Okay, so from this block of the Netherlands, from this specific block, this with your red concrete, from this block go right with your red concrete. This is really boring. I'll just cut to when I finish. Turns out the finish line wasn't that far away, so fill this middle layer with red concrete. Okay, and now all you need to do is just put a black concrete or black terracotta line above the red concrete line. Okay, I'm gonna cut to when I finish. Okay, now fill this top layer with black concrete or black terracotta. So that's it for today, and I'm not going to show you the what would it look like if I finish filming it, because I'm tired from doing all of this. So yeah, next episode will be Denmark and East Germany.